the rare streaming at time, but he starts before the time. Has it ever happened before? So here's the deal. Oh god, this is where I left off. You know what? I changed my mind. Nah, I'm joking. We'll do it. So here's the deal. Twitch was running Guild Wars 2 drops for an extra bag slot and a couple other fun things. They accidentally ended the campaign early. And then they went, oh, sorry, we ended the campaign early. We're gonna start the campaign again. And also it's going to end in like 24 hours. And I would really like a second bag slot. So I figure if I want a second bag slot, other people probably also want a second bag slot. And I'm not really doing anything, fuck you, not really doing anything with my Sunday in the first place, so why not just go stream Little MapComp? As much as I would like to go play in EU, and I have started playing in EU, fine. It was worth a shot. As much as I would like to go play in EU a bit, and I have started playing in EU, I'm waiting until I have a good enough read. Oh, we spawned. This is my shot. This is my one opportunity. Because he can't detect me until after he spawns. Let's go! I haven't met enough groups in EU for me to be comfortable with streaming them yet. I don't like to just show up and be a streamer the first time I ever play with a group. I like to get to know them a little bit, make sure that they're okay with me streaming, make sure that they're not worried about like their comp getting doxxed and stuff like that. So I have inroads with a few EU groups, but not enough inroads that we're going to stream EU World versus World today. Is the long and short of it. Worth a try. So I'm just gonna MapComp instead. Continue working on our 250 Black Lion chest dream. Oh, yes. They can see up, huh? I guess they can see up. I should just be able to stealth myself, man. Like, I can do it, too. I don't need to wait for your permission or whatever. You're gonna be a real piece of work. But I think I've got a window now. Oh, please? You can see behind you? Start cheating. It's gonna kill my splits for this part of MapComp, and we're never gonna get the world's fastest MapComp now. Okay, sometimes you get away with one. Sometimes you really get away with one. If we're going to acknowledge when the game cheats, we also have to acknowledge when the game is being exceptionally generous. Because I deserve to get seen there like 1,000%. So far, so good. Get away from me. You dick. It's fine, I still got your stupid flag. I should only need to grab one or two at this point. Maybe just one. Yes, alright. We got this. Part sucks. So what else do I have left to do in here? Okay, like this whole section. Sure. I accept that. Is this also the same map where I have to turn into a bird? Or did I do that already? Unclear. Also, what gathering tools am I using? Unbounds? Alright, we do want to gather. How much I randomly dodge in open world? Explosive entrance is probably going to be pretty good. Is that a minor? It is a minor. Holy cow, that's right. Hitting with an explosion heals me. I do just kind of camp grenade kit, so that'll probably be fine. And then, sure, I'm using the rifle, so firearms is probably going to be pretty good. Please, my grenades. And there's also a waypoint back up here that I missed. Did I have a specific legendary in mind for this completion? No, because I'm gated on clovers right now. I'm not gated on gifts. I'll show you my bank the next time I'm near a bank. But I did get a second energizer from gambling in the Mystic Forge. Anybody who tells you that flushing exotics down the toilet is not good for your bottom line is lying to you. Always flush exotics. Ignore the fact that I'm down to like 150 ecto. So I've got double energizer to make. I think I have a kudzu to make. I can't remember if I made that one or not. And then I've also got Flameseeker Prophecies. I've got Quip in there, I think. I've got a second Gen 1 spear, the Shark Spear, that I can't pronounce because it's like Polynesian. Hi, Shatterer. I've got so many to make. And I'm short on clovers for all of them, which is partially why I'm grabbing all this shit, because I can gamble on clover bags with Unbound Magic. I have been doing my clover sources, but the problem is that I don't do raids anymore, and I don't do fractals. So when I say all of my clover sources, it's like buying them with Astral Acclaim, and then hitting up Dugan every week. And that's it. At some point, I might need to gamble. But then I'd be spending money on Mystic Coins, and like, nah. I'm not super fussed about it either way. This also means we will probably not do Fulgora today, which is very sad. But we'll see. Just, like, fundamentally don't like grenade kill. I'm sure it's a me problem, but just all the ground targeting is not my thing. should probably pick like a different option. There you go. I take my training of pets seriously. Food needs to be replaced. Yeah, sure, I'll make something and then put it in food supply. I don't know what it is, but I hope it's good. It's honestly more than the legendaries. I'm just obsessed with the idea of having a stack of 250 Black Lion keys. And yeah, I've been playing a lot of World vs. World lately, and I think I've gotten 1 or 2 key drops. I also did 3 or 4 map completions on my Ranger because I needed to unlock pets. I have used those keys. The only keys that are allowed to stay in this slot are the keys that I earned from map completion. I would never cheat you like this. I haven't. No, I did the heart, but I didn't do the hero point heart. Let's go get that hero point done. Sorry, you guys are gonna have to move. I need the thing you're guarding. That is definitely not who I was aiming for. Why don't you move closer to your friend? Neat. Should not be much left at this point. In fact, there should be nothing left at this point. What am I missing? I'm missing 1 heart. Alright, which heart did you forget? I'm gonna guess it probably has something to do with that road that goes to nowhere on the map. You hiding a renown heart back here? No. Alright, well, time to go through all of the renown hearts that historically you forget. Did you do the harpy heart? The one up on the wall? No. You've gotten it in one. You didn't do the harpy heart. Yep, sure enough, there it is. Any day that Nadrek wants to come back? No? Alright. Oh, there you are. Is that good enough for you, Woad? Got lots of feathers for you. Not even close to good enough. He hates my ass. Oh, I had that in there. Come on. Oh, it's not a Conti cleanse? No, it's just a heal. Yeah, come fight on top of your roost so I can destroy it at the same time. There we go. 48. Box. No key. Fair enough. So where are we off to next, given that we're 48? We can handle Fields of Ruin just fine. The poor bird trying desperately to catch up to drop that piece of mail off. Can you get up there? No. Alright. I think this is where the portal out of the zone is. Nope. Way over. Alright, I'll just go over. It's wrong side of the zone completely. So this is going to let us go to Divinity's Reach, which will then put us in Queensdale. And then we'll do all the stuff over on that side. We'll do Maguma Jungle, and we'll do... You know, the other one. I forget what you actually call, like, the Queensdale region. Kryto? We'll do Kryto. Spiders count? No. Do harpies count? Harpies count. Alright. Harpies I can live with. Definitely need a new rifle. No, please. Please, just let me leave. Thank you. Thank you. You're too kind. Guess we'll just go kill all these harpies in here. You want to come with me? No, you both want to range. Oh, that's fine. I can fix that. Maybe my problem is I'm just not acid bombing enough since it got buffed. It does have like almost no cooldown. Alright, you. Get up. All the way back here. I wonder if Harpy makes good progress. I wasn't looking. I don't think so. But I can at least get you out of here. And then somebody else can come by and finish this event, and we'll get credit for it, because we helped. Talking to one villager one time and then ignoring them was instrumental in getting all 6 of them safely back to wherever it was they were going. You're going to be behind me. You do spawn right in there. Alright, scrap. That's just you and me. Sounded like it just started raining outside, but I think it's just wind. I got briefly excited. Hello! It was good. Do you see my G-chat? I am streaming, but I can be very flexible with when I end. Just as a heads up. Mm-hmm.
Made so many meals this day.
I know, I smelled it. It all smells really good downstairs. Are we still doing HelloFresh tonight, though? Oh, okay, perfect. Wow, you're super ahead of the curve.
I decided I was gonna just use it's like pans. You know?
Yeah, if everything's out already.
Exactly.
Okay. Cool. I'll probably do this for like another hour or so, and then I'll come down. We can do dinner. We can watch some TV. No? Why? Okay. Yeah, I'll come down in like an hour or two. We can do dinner. We can watch a little bit of TV. Do you need me to mute? Okay. Where am I going? I guess I should go back up through this way. I always forget the north part of the zone, so we'll finish up the north first. she has already departed vision, but I will let her know when I go see her next. It sounds like she has already made dinner as well as a bunch of different like lunches and dinners for the entire week. So we actually have a little more flexibility with how long we can stream tonight. I'm not gonna go for like the next 6 hours or anything crazy like that, but I'll probably try and wind up like 6, 7 p.m. or so, something like that. Hey, well, I'm looking forward to it. You made chicken salad, you made curry, I could also smell the tomato sauce. So it sounds like you got through everything and then you also got to the HelloFresh, which is nice. I'm looking forward to trying them all. We're gonna need to get a second loaf of nice French bread, though, for all these delicious sandwich items that we have now.
Yep. You have medium good breads.
Yeah, it's okay. But I don't know that I would make a tasty sandwich on it.
I like chicken salad turns out instead of weird pickles.
We'll see. I mean, at least the weird pickles will be gone. Oh, well, you used all of them up, okay.
It wasn't a big jar.
What were they called again? The Wickles, the Wicked Pickles or something like that? Not sponsored, by the way. I would not get them. Reverse sponsored, yeah. Weird pickles. Hey, what you're not seeing, Julo, is the conversation that I'm having off to the side with my wife on the stairs. Wickles are so good. Okay, hold on. Let me just make sure that I'm not going to say something problematic to you specifically. Are you talking about this specific brand of Wickles Pickles? As in WicklesPickles.com? These? Because I'm referring to a specific brand. I'm not referring to the genre of a pickle having wicked qualities. I'm referring to the very specific Wickles Pickles brand of Wicked Pickles that I find distasteful. You are? Okay, well, I have bad news for you.
Was it the spicy ones or the regular ones?
Yeah, I have really bad news for you, Quaggan. They're not good pickles.
The spicy ones were awful. They tasted like medicine.
Yeah, they're bad. I would much rather get Sucker Punch, even though they're more expensive. I would much rather get the bespoke spicy bread and betters at Sprout Farmers Market. I would rather get, like, any of a half a dozen different brands of spicy sandwich pickles.
Wow.
Want follow? Good. Bye. I don't need this energy around here.
Well, it remains to be seen if, yeah, Sprouts is legit.
Yeah, Sprouts is legit. Look, I have to end stream in like an hour and a half. Don't get me started on Sprouts. We can't be going down this road.
If the pickles are good in chicken salad. My guess is they will be. So they might still...
It doesn't matter if they're good in chicken salad, though. They're bad alone. I don't want to get a pickle where I'm like, oh, when I eat just the pickle, I hate this experience. But if I put it in some other better food, then it covers up its distasteful qualities.
Should I check the expiration date? Maybe we got old ones.
Pickles don't expire. They're pickled. That's the point. They can't go bad. There's no way.
I'm trying to give Quagga a little bit of, like, maybe we did something wrong.
Don't apologize for Quaggan. Quaggan is an adult, and she's perfectly capable of defending her own bad takes about her taste in pickles.
There was one other...
It's fine. You can just say, oh, I like soggy pickles. I don't like my pickles to have a crunch factor, and I like them to have, like, a weird scent to them, and that's okay. We can find, like, common ground to coexist.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
I talked to my mom today. What the hell is that supposed to mean? Is this some kind of gotcha?
I don't know. Yeah, see, I agree. I like homemade pickles are better.
Today.
Yeah. I agree on homemade pickles, for sure. I don't think you have.
No, I haven't talked to my mom yet today. Editor's note, it's only like 5 p.m. here. I still could.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to?
Not really, no.
Ooh.
She didn't call you. She's not on the internet like that.
What did the MIL say?
Probably called you to tell you that tasting pickles was horrendous.
Does she like pickles? I forget.
My mom, yeah, she's down with pickles. But the problem is that she has, well, she has the palate of the white woman in her 60s from the Midwest. So if you put like salt on a pickle, she's like, "Oh, too spicy. I can't have this."
They are spicy pickles. She
Yeah.
doesn't like that. That's
Yeah.
true.
Any hint of spice, she's a bell peppers are too spicy kind of woman. So
It's true. My mom too, actually.
she's got her own hang-ups with these items. But it's not like it's her fault, but you're not the point is that you're not going to find an ally in this discussion by like tracing my family lineage.
Maybe your dad. I don't know. How does he feel?
I don't talk to him either. No.
I don't think he's into spice, so who does? Nobody likes spice.
Well, he can only eat like 4 different kinds of food because he's got like double Crohn's or whatever.
Yeah, deli meat wrapped in cheese.
Please leave me alone, champion branded
Wait,
fish.
isn't the standard pickle with butter and salt? Yes.
Yes, it is.
And sugar if you're talking like sweet bread and butters, which these are sweet. So
Well,
it
and
must be.
vinegar. I think you're supposed to use vinegar
Well,
in those
yeah.
pickles. But like vinegar for somebody who subsists entirely on like bread and baked potatoes and battered fish, vinegar kind of spicy.
Your mom doesn't like fish. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about like the general Midwestern palate.
Right. Mayo-based items.
Yeah.
yes.
And before you're like, "Oh, chef, you can't say that. That's problematic." No, I'm from the Midwest. I'm allowed to say it. That's my demographic. My demographic doesn't really know what seasoning is,
And
unless it's seasoning that you put in alcohol. And then they know a lot about what
did you
seasoning
tell
is.
Chad about when you learned about curry?
No, I haven't gone through all that. Also, when I learned about curry,
Yeah, like a month ago.
me
you're like,
figuring out that I like,
"Chicken?"
well, that was like a year ago, but there's a longer lead up to that, which is that when you're raised in an extremely white
I
suburban
love gin and
Midwestern
tonics. How
town,
did you know? Oh my god.
you like don't get exposure to food. And so when I went to college campus for undergrad, I was like, "Oh my god. What the fuck is Chinese food? I'm just gonna order this tonight." And it's like, it turns out it goes pretty hard.
Did you get sesame chicken?
No, I got General Tso's. I got the most basic dish. And then I think I also got crab rangoon because I was like, "Oh, it's fried. It's kind of like things that I'm used to."
You're right. Gin and tonics are great.
My life is a struggle to overcome my upbringing and go beyond what it is that I was raised into. And I'd say I've been fairly successful in that. I eat a lot of stuff now. I eat Thai food, I eat curry, I eat sushi. There's still a lot of stuff that I don't like, but I'll at least try it. I am not the picture of like the streamer who only orders chicken nuggets from DoorDash. I have a refined palate, relatively speaking, to other people on this website. Which is not a high bar to clear, but like,
I feel like
like
you
clear.
did at one point. At one point, you were more narrowly focused on foods.
Well, fortunately for everybody watching, I wasn't streaming when I was 19. Because it would have been like a really different aesthetic. And a good wife too. You don't have to tell me, man.
Boom.
I know. Also, she's the gin and tonic. Look, I'm already gonna get canceled by insulting Quaggan's taste in pickles, so I'm not also gonna go on the record and say that gin and tonic is a pine tree ass drink.
It's delicious. I love drinking pine trees. I don't know
That's,
what you're talking
and
about.
again, fine. Like, I don't know why these are such problematic tastes. Like, if you enjoy squishy pickles that have no crunch factor and a weird chemical taste, then yes, eat Wicked Pickles. And if you like drinking pine trees and you're like, sap flavor is like a little too strong, I need it diluted with alcohol, then drink gin and tonics.
Yeah,
I'm not telling you what to do with your life. I'm just like,
audience.
I'm just describing, I'm using your preferences
drink
and
of
describing
choice?
them back to you.
And what's your drink of choice?
I have a couple. I'll do like a whiskey sour. Whiskey sours are pretty good. I'll do like a rum and coke, although it's a bit reminiscent of college, so I don't do them that often. I will drink most beers that aren't porters and stouts. I'll do like a saison, I'll do a sour, or I'll do an IPA. There's a couple other drinks that I like. Name a drink and I'll tell you if I've done like a Long Island iced tea before, just a Long Island. I've done a Long Island before. Long Islands are fine, but
What do you mean a Long Island?
A Long Island. You know, the one that just has like a ton of alcohol in it.
Oh.
You know the one I'm talking about.
But isn't that a Long Island iced tea?
No, a Long Island. Well, maybe it is.
What's a Long Island?
Whatever.
It's a dressing. Thousand Island.
I may have gotten a Long Island iced tea and an Arnold Palmer confused.
No, I think you did say stouts.
So
stouts are good.
Yeah, porters and stouts are they're too
really
rich for me.
Stout. Oh, I love a good cider.
Ciders I'll do. Ciders are fine. See, look at this. We can coexist. Look at how nice this is. Just two people.
Was my drink at the wedding.
It's two people agreeing on one thing and then not talking about the 24
for sure.
intellectual differences that they have. Meat is good. Yeah, meat is great.
Like a down east. Oh, meat is the best.
Hard to find at times, but meat is like, I'll get meat as a treat if I'm at like
Noted.
A nice bar.
Wow, meat, that's all it took. Huh?
But I'm not gonna like buy meat. Because I don't know. If I could find good meat from like a farmer's market, I guess I would.
Should find some.
Good time zone. Ray, I have good news for you. I'm making inroads into EU finally.
I'm gonna go see if those pickles were expired.
Okay, have fun. Ren Fair for meat? Ren Fair meat probably goes crazy. But then I'd have to go to a... Well, now I need to be careful, because what if I'm like... Oh, I'd have to go to a Ren Fair to enjoy meat, and Quaggan's like a fucking supervisor at a Ren Fair. And then we lose all the common ground that we just built. That'd be so sad. After all this work that we put into finding common ground. Okay, one Ren Fair. You'll be safe. Okay, but getting back to Sprout though, because I feel like we haven't touched on Sprout fully. Also, Ray, did I finish my thought? My thought was that I'm making inroads on EU groups, and I'm gonna try and start playing in this time zone a little more. I haven't found a ton of groups yet that I'm like comfortable streaming with, but I have been playing with people and just kind of lurking. So. Vision goes to Ren for I've lost. I haven't lost a viewer, Vision. You can't leave because you like Factoria. You're in the damn jail. You're not even here for drops, man. Yeah, so maybe by like end of the month, I'll have a couple EU groups that I'm comfortable enough streaming with. It's not quite yet, but I'm trying to get to it, because me not playing EU is, like, one of the biggest things that I want to change about the way that I approach World vs. World. I feel like it's a little intellectually dishonest to say that I am one of the only World vs. World partners and that I just don't play EU. It would be more accurate to say I'm like the NA World vs. World partner. And yeah, Sprouts is in Sprouts Farmers Market, the Northeast grocery store chain. Maybe just Northeast grocery store chain? It's where I see all of them. I think it's a Northeast regional thing. Maybe having some good food though. Initially, I didn't like them because everything that they sell was branded as organic, which is code word for more expensive and slightly better, but usually not worth the price. But the more time that I've spent going to the Sprout Farmers Market, the more I'm like, actually, they do have a couple really good things. I'm not going to touch on the fact that I think their Sprout branded Sprout Farmers Market pickles are like really good. But I am going to touch on the fact that it is where... Yeah, that's Sprout. Sprout is where I first found prickly cactus water, which is really good. It's where I first found La Nina tortilla chips, which are really good. They have really nice deli meat that is not Dietz & Watson. So I don't have to worry about the fact that like my deli meat came from a meat factory that's literally constructed of expired meat, like I do at almost every other grocery store. They've got good stuff. Their fruit selection is usually, like, pretty good. It's at least consistent. There's times that they don't have the best fruit that's available to me, but they usually have good fruit that's available. I think it may also have been the grocery store where I first found Yellowbird hot sauce. There are a number of hashtag brands that I have first purchased at Sprout where I've been like, this shit fucking goes, man. This is really good. Prickly pear water is so good. Please hold. Do I have any more in here? No. I drank my last one. They're all downstairs. But I usually keep a couple of the prickly cactus waters up here in the fridge. I'll have to move some up later tonight. And they're like 30 calories. It's crazy. For a guy who's addicted to having his water be flavored for the day. Sips Coke Zero. Prickly's great. One of the few companies that I would actually consider reaching out to for a sponsorship if I ever feel like I want to take sponsorships, which is not currently. But they send me like a prickly a day, and in exchange I have to give them a shout out on like every stream. I can live with that, man. I'm not above selling myself for a product that I personally think is really good, and also that I found independent of somebody sending an email to my Stream Elements account and being like, do you want to participate in a branded campaign? All you have to do is play 40 hours of Raid Shadow Legends on stream, and we'll give you $10. That's not my thing. I gotta replace this rifle. I feel like this rifle sucks. Maybe I should go back to the pistol, because I just got a new one. This mace is level 14. Yeah, get out. We'll go main hand pistol for a bit, just because I think that the rifle is not leveled appropriately. Are you also, when you talk about prickly Quaggan, are you talking about this specific brand? Or are you talking about the general concept of cactus water? Because these guys specifically do like a delivery box that I think I've been doing for close to a year now. It's like $1.25 a can, as long as you're getting like a box of 24 of them. Which is a nice deal. BRB subscribing. Yes. Yes. Do I have land spear unlocked? I should. I'm not sure that I have a spear yet, though. We can try spear out when I get to 80. I would put a spear on for a bit. I fiddled around with it in World vs. World a little bit, but I was on like Power Hollow at the time, and so it didn't seem super valuable, but I'll give it a shot open world. And if nothing else, as soon as we hit 80, we'll have the legendary spear available to us. If I find one earlier, I'll just put it on. But all we have right now is a harpoon gun. That is outside the range of the renown art that I would like to be finishing. Maybe like one more suspicious bush. There we go. Go grab this Vista. Go clean up some landmines down here. Is this throw? No, it's place. Fine. Fine, I just won't have fun instead. Is that what you wanted, Vulture Raptor? I don't think I even got credit from him. Alright, we're skipping that. Let's pick up landmines off the ground. Vulture, you say? Yeah, but like taxonomically different vulture. Not the vulture you're thinking of. Like phylogenetically distinct. Different lineage. Probably don't even eat carrion. That was either the world's fastest acid bomb weapon swap cancel, or I cancel casted it. I can't actually tell if it went off. It didn't go off. Alright, fair enough. Then he just walked out of it. Alright, listen, you. Get back here. Stop evading and get back here. We're not done yet. That should be close to good enough. Maybe like this mortar shell. And then this one, and then this one, and then this one. And we'll be good. Yeah, that looks about right. Nope, that's not quite right. Guess what, Char Renegade? It's your lucky day. I'm on NA. I am an ArenaNet partner, so I can transfer between EU and NA anytime I want. NA is my primary region. I am on the east coast of the US, but I can switch teams and I can switch regions at will without paying the gem cost. It's one of the perks of being in the program. And I've been trying to make more inroads into EU because all the content that I do on YouTube, which is the primary focus of the stuff that I try and do, is aimed at talking about like building world versus world communities, giving people resources and knowledge that they can use to enjoy world versus world as a game mode. And so part of that is making sure that I can talk to different kinds of communities. Like I know what it's like in OCX time zones. I know what it's like in C time zones. I know what the differences are between EU and NA, so that the videos that I make and the advice that I'm giving is more accurate to where a person's particular region might be. Now, that said, historically, I have not done like a great job at playing in EU, but I'm working on it. I am trying to make some more time to do that. Yeah, that's me. I'm the guy. I'm the world versus world guy. I can't totally explain to you why I do MapComp. I think this is like my version of a comfort stream. Just wandering around, chatting with people, and then farming like Black Lion keys in the most inefficient way possible. But anytime I've got like downtime or I'm streaming for drops, but I don't want to be playing world versus world, I'm just out here doing like random MapComp stuff. It's good for vibes, and it's good for chatting. What did you? Yeah, I'm getting credit on this. White Beauty, thanks for the follow. Welcome. Yeah, MapComp is just good. Like, I get that it's probably tedious if your goal is to finish something as fast as possible, but if you're just chilling, and you're like, I enjoy existing in the Guild Wars 2 universe, MapComp is great. Yeah, and also just like running around gathering nodes. Sometimes it's just fun to exist in Guild Wars 2. Not everything has to be like sweaty, try-hard competition, world versus world, GVG all the time. Sometimes you can just chill and enjoy the space. Also, thanks for the follow, Julo BD. Gathering is nice. It's even better when you've got some form of unbreaking tools, so you don't even have to worry about restocking on your tools when they break. And when you have a decent glyph on them. Like I was talking earlier with Vision, obviously one of the things that you get out of map completion is gifts of exploration. I have like probably close to 10 precursors in my bank right now, but I do not have enough Mystic Clovers for them. And so at least if I'm using the Unbound Magic glyphs, I'm passively farming up some Unbound Magic that I can use to gamble on Mistborn packages for extra Clovers. Yeah, with the volatile glyphs, with the unbound glyphs, or I guess if you just want to farm money and you don't particularly care about it being map currency, I think the Watch Knight glyphs are still highest gold per hour because the Watchworks sprockets are fairly expensive. But yeah, one of those really, it takes you places. Disgruntled Vanguard soldier? What are you disgruntled about? You mind having a conversation with me about your disgruntled state? Would you like to expose yourself as a spy? No, you're just a prick. Alright. How about you? Oh, you're a spy. Alright, fair enough. It's rather easy when they tell you who they are. Recognize that tail, my ass. Thought Volatile was the best for money with the trophy crates? It's possible. Surely fast farming tells you what glyph is the best money, right? Fast farming Guild Wars 2, glyph? Let's see what you have to say. Home instance, chest, unusual coin, nodes, bags, instance farming, gathering. Gathering is what I want. Glyphs. Profit, highest profit per strike is glyph of volatility. Yeah, so the volatile magic ones are the highest per. Yeah, Watch Knight's like 5th. Ugh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, volatility is highest, and it's not even particularly close. I'm still going to do Unbound, though, because gambling for Clovers is fun. Hey, Watchwork is still 5th. It's not bad, but it's way behind volatility. Here's the build link if anyone is like, what the hell is he talking about? Because the other thing with like max gold per hour is a lot of times you have to do some pretty convoluted conversions. So volatility is highest, not because the volatile magic is worth anything, but because you can turn volatile magic into T6 trophies, and then you can sell T6 trophies on the trading post. But if you personally don't care about T6 trophies, and there's like other stuff that you would rather have that's account bound and that you can't just purchase. Obviously, you'd want to prioritize that instead. Kind of comes down to what your goals are. Because, well, gold per hour is a decent metric. It doesn't tell you everything with how much stuff in Guild Wars 2 is account bound. None of them are insane income, but they're all nice little gains on the side. I mean, Glyph of Volatility is 2 silver, 25 per strike. So 4 strikes is 10 silver. That's... I'm not gonna say that's insane, but, like, that's really good money from a gathering tool. There is not a renown heart here. I actually just need your waypoint, and then I'll be leaving. It looks like you guys are having some fun, like, doing some stuff that you have under control, so I'm just gonna leave. That's why you always insist on those. You don't have to convince me, but do you want to know the messed up part? I have unbreakable tools on most of my characters. I do not have unbreakable tools on my commander, so that I'm not tempted to do nodes when I'm commanding. When I'm not commanding, I'm like, I'm going to be a little fucking goblin, and I'm going to stand over here on the nodes, and I'm going to grab all my stuff. When I'm commanding, I'm like, get the fuck off those nodes and get back to tag. Because I can't be on them. Eventually, if they're on sale, I'll probably do it. But it's not a priority right now. I think my Guardian also doesn't have gathering tools, which is a massive problem. The next time gathering tools go on sale, I'm definitely getting a set for my Guardian, because I have been playing a ton of Guardian lately. And I could just have one set that I move between all of them, but I'm lazy as hell. Do I ever just move them around between characters? I did until I bought my second Unbreaking set. And then I was like, nah, I can't be bothered anymore. Those comms gather with their reserves. Not mine, man. All my commanders in K&D hate fucking nodes. I mean, Quaggan knows because Quaggan was there on Friday. I was getting yelled at for like the last 45 minutes of raid because I was 30 seconds late to a defense event at an objective like 3 times in a row. People were losing their fucking mind because I couldn't get them the defense event credit. But 30 seconds is nodes. People hadn't been getting... God, I should have used this logic when I was at raid, man. 30 seconds at nodes is 30 seconds that we could have used to get that defense event. So maybe all you lazy players in the tail weren't noding. We would have been able to save this tower. Just guilt trip them, you know? Delicious unbound magic. Yes. Oh, you harvesting grapes? Fuck. Those are my grapes. He's fighting the moat instead of me. Classic. Anti-node propaganda? I told you I'm only anti-node when I'm commanding. When I'm not commanding, I'm very pro-node. I'm complicated. Wait, when did I weapon swap? This is not my beautiful pistol. There we go. There's been many hot takes on the stream, and we're only an hour in. Can you imagine The kind of shit I'm gonna be saying closer to hour 2. There's so much time left. Isn't this the guy who has a chance to drop sand? You need help in here, bud? He does need help. Holy cow, he's almost dead. Here, no, stop. Stop running. I'm trying to heal you. I'm not on a healing build, but I actually kind of know how NG works. Take one of these. Where's my CC? Oh, I have Moa! I can Moa this dickhead. Get Moa, idiot. That's not the guy. That would explain why I've never gotten him to drop Sam. Because, like, he can't. That was too early. There you go. Okay. Oh, get his POI. That's what you came up here for. There you go. Also get that POI. There's a little glade over here. Where is it? It's in general somewhere. What's it called? Treasure Hunter? Yeah, there it is. One of these days I'll just buy those last 9. But I think those last 9 are like probably 1100 gold. So it's not really that high up on my to-do list. Pendant of Ra is like 200. Olgoth's Tail, actually, I think that one's BOA. No, maybe not. Simply the Inquest is expensive. Rotbeard's Treasure, I don't remember. Sam is really expensive. Rendok's Signet is super expensive. Yeah, I might try and farm those one of these days, but relatively low on the priority list. Especially considering you can just buy them. Time is money and all that. It is kind of messed up that you're coming to the Ogre's house and you're destroying their food. I guess it's also kind of messed up you're coming to their house and you're killing them. But it's just like an insult to injury kind of thing. You too. Damn, alright. Damn, alright. You make these toolkit skills a blast. You're an explosion. I have explosion synergy. You're not. You're not. Alright, none of these are blasts. I can't blast my water field. Well, I can. I can do like this. I can go 5-4 for a blast. Oh, it's a light field. It's not a water field. I mean, it's good to know, but it's not accomplishing the thing that I was hoping it would accomplish. On Tuesday, you're joining a guild for a World vs. World event. I'm just thinking of taking a druid as a healer is a good choice for World vs. World. I think it's probably the third best healer in World vs. World right now, but 1, 2, and 3 are all very, very close. So it's a good healer. I don't think it's good enough to be a per-party healer, unless your group is really trying to comp around it, but because of how strong Nature Spirit is, the first druid that you have in a squad is really, really good. And then every additional druid that you add to the squad starts to become worse, because you shouldn't have to res like 40 people. Being able to res 10 people, great news. Being able to res 40 people, you probably like deserve to lose that fight, and you have other things to work on besides letting a druid per party carry you. As far as tips for druid, I have most of my druid footage collected. I just need to write the script up and put it into a video, which will probably happen in like a week or two if I had to guess. Firebrand video probably goes out tomorrow, and then after that is going to be Hollowsmith, and then after that, oh my god, that's level 10 boots? We gotta replace those. And then after that might be Druid. But the biggest 3 things to keep in mind about Druid are, and people who are good at Druid in chat can correct me on these, but I'm fairly sure they're correct at this point. Number 1, enter CA as often as possible, which is your elite profession mechanic. It clears condies when you enter it, and so initially I got trapped in this idea that you want to use it like Firebrand Tome of Resolve, where you're like, don't use it until you need to clear condies. Use it all the time, because being in CA is really good. It just makes all your stuff better. So pop CA every time you're anywhere close to being in combat, and you have full Astral Force. Number 2, your auto attack and your 2 skill while you're in CA are instant cast, and your 3 and 4 are channels. So as you're channeling, well, your 3 has a cast time and your 4 is a channel. But as you're channeling or casting CA 3 and 4, you can be using CA 1 and 2 to kind of double up on the amount of skills that you're getting out of being in CA. Tip number 3 is you want to be able to rebuild Astral Force as fast as possible when you're out of CA. And you can do that either offensively with skills like Staff 4 or Warhorn 4 that hit more than 5 targets. You can also heal people to get Astral Force, and it's twice as effective. So what I'll usually do is like a sort of rotation, and I hate using the term rotation on a healer because healers don't have rotations, they respond to what's happening in their squad. But as you come out of CA, put your healing spring down, and then blast your healing spring a couple times. And you would do that with Staff 3, or you would do that with Warhorn 5. And that will generate a ton of heals to the rest of your group. And as long as you get 1 good Warhorn 4 or Staff 4 off, in addition to just standing in your healing puddle and blasting it, you should be able to go back into CA almost immediately. If you're good, I think you could worry about doing things like playing around with quick draw. Why the hell are there so many fucking people here, man? What the shit? I'll rally. It's fine. I'm just like, I'm confused is all. So many fucking ogres. The next point might be minor, and if you're just starting on Druid, you probably wouldn't even notice it, but don't worry about playing around quick draw. So quick draw is every 10 seconds, might be every 9 seconds to get it to line up well with weapon swapping. But every 9 seconds, the next time you weapon swap, you trigger quick draw. And quick draw reduces the cooldown time of the next ability that you use after quick draw. The problem is that it's kind of a pain to track when quick draw is active. So I have just been ignoring it completely. and it's been fine. If you want to prioritize quick draw, it slightly changes the way that your CA rotation works, but I would just really not worry about it. And then the last point is that with like any other profession that uses Caracosa as a relic, your blasts matter. So just know where your fields are and know where your blasts are. Your fields are CA 3 and staff 5 and your heal, and then your blasts are staff 3, CA 2, and Warhorn 5. I may have the field and blast mixed up in CA, because I can never keep them straight, because it's one of the things that you flip-flop when you have quick draw up. But try not to blast until you have put down a combo field first to make sure that you will at least trigger Caracosa off of one of your own fields. And that's pretty much it. That's Druid in a nutshell. Oh, the last thing is that Spirit of Nature has an enormous lead-up time. It's like a second and a half cast, and then it takes the Spirit a little bit of time to stomp as well. So you really want to try and anticipate when people are going to go down, and you want to lead your Elite Nature Spirit cast. Because it's going to take an eternity for that thing to start stomping. Frick. We gotta go get that. Does Caracosa require your own field blasting? No, but it's good practice to put down your own field first to make sure that Caracosa hits something. And also, fields that you place have priority for what gets blasted. So if there's a light field down and you put a fire field on top of it, you will blast your fire field instead of the light field, regardless of the order of placement. So for something like Druid, where you really want to make sure that you're blasting either a water field or a cleanse field, and you're not blasting, like, you know, Chaos Aura to allies or something else that's useless, it's just good practice to put down the field that you want first and then blast it, because you have access to both light fields and water fields. So you can just make sure that you are blasting the right field by putting that field down yourself, rather than leaving it up to luck of the draw. Is that a thing? I think that's a thing. I think we've missed a small portion of it. I have fun with Druid, though. It's not my favorite support. I still think I like Tempest the most, and then I like Scrapper after that. But once you know what you're doing on Druid, it's pretty fun to play. It also has a fairly high skill cap. Like, going into and out of CA makes a lot of things happen. Entering CA is a cleanse. Exiting CA is super speed plus stealth, and as I've gotten more familiar with Druid, I've been able to get some sick plays off that are like, oh, somebody in the tail is like getting picked. I'm going to enter CA, leave CA immediately, which is only going to cost me like 5 Astral Force, and it's going to put that person in the tail in stealth to break target, and it's also going to give them super speed to catch up. And once you have that level of like of vision and knowledge of like, I know what tools my profession has available to me, you really start to enjoy Druid a lot more. Yeah, it has a mastery curve for sure, but I think professions that have a mastery curve are really interesting to play. I don't always have time to climb that mastery curve myself, which is why in most of my videos I'm like, you know, this is designed to get you to be okay at the profession, because I don't think I'm actually good at any profession in the game, as a consequence of playing all of them like well enough to explain the basics to somebody else, but not spending enough time on them to truly master any of them. But I can at least get you started. I can get you the basic philosophy of it, and then from there, if you're like, yeah, this kind of resonates with me, you can go further up the mastery curve. Alright, so all we should have left at this point is Ebonhawk. And then we can head over to Queensdale after that. Yeah, and let me know how it goes. And also, remember to, like, always ask your guild for a specific build first. Because they might be doing something different. They might be using, like, staff instead of staff plus the Mace of Warhorn or something like that. You want to make sure that you're doing what your group expects you to be doing, first and foremost. And then after that, just try and adapt what you know to the way that they want you to play. Because when you're playing in organized groups and Zergs and comp squads and all that kind of stuff, it's usually more important that you're contributing to the broader goal that your squad has versus you're playing your profession well, but the way that you're playing your profession isn't really synergized with what the rest of the squad is doing. Because the whole point of playing like a 20-man squad is that you're stronger than 20 individual players by making individual contributions. Get this propaganda out of here. It's probably not great optics that I'm a char running around taking all this propaganda down. Like, I'm the guy that they're not a fan of, but you can't be doing that, man. Your queen signed a treaty or whatever. It's not up to me. We could knock from up there. Hold on. Hello? Dude, he doesn't know. He's got no idea. He's like, damn kids these days. Fucking, oh, just kidding. Get acid bombed, idiot. It's okay, I can call them idiots, they're racists. I'm just being charming? No, I'm not being charming. I am, killing humans. Like, let's be clear. Those separatists that opened those doors, they're not waking up again. Okay. From the street, there's a door, but with a mount, if you jump on the tower house, I can access the staircase that leads to the door and knock on it from the inside. That's crazy. That's great tech. I have not explored Ebonhawk enough to know that, but I love that you can do it. It's a cool city. It's a shame that there's like almost no point to being here at all. Because it's slightly less nice than like the 5 racial capitals. And all you do here is a couple renown hearts and then like a dragon response mission. I guess, like, you could do stuff here because it's got the bank and all the crafting tables and stuff, but... definitely from a different period in the game. Maybe some future story takes us there. Yeah. I mean, I think it would be neat if this is heavy WoW bias coming through because I actually really enjoyed Cataclysm. But I thought Cataclysm was such a cool concept for an expansion where you're like, we're gonna revisit a bunch of old shit in our game that is not aged particularly well. But we're going to do it under the context of like, here's an in-game lore reason that it happened. Like it meshes with the basic design ideas of what the living world chapters were supposed to be so seamlessly. But I also have this nagging feeling that there are less people at ArenaNet doing map design than there used to be. And so just the thought of overhauling Corteria is probably like, it's just not something that's on the table for them because they don't have the resources to do it. Because it would be a monumental amount of work. When you make as much money as World of Warcraft does, you can do it, but I don't know that that's feasible for a game the size of Guild Wars. What's up, Pickles? How you doing? I chimed in on the NA Discord Pineapple roll war. Yeah, I was scrolling Reddit at like 2:30 a.m. and saw a Pineapple post, and my tired brain was like, Deads will love this. I just like that the guy who was having his face held looked so terrified, and the guy who was holding his face looked so excited. It was a very emotive picture. Yeah, they did it with LA and Kessex, but they did it with LA and Kessex at a very different point in the game's history, and they also almost completely abandoned that idea after they did it like one time. Probably because it was something that came up in their, brainstorming, and they were like, hey, this seems like a really neat idea, let's try it. And then they did it, and they were like, holy fuck, that was a lot of work, let's never do that again. And then they did. This is pure speculation, by the way. Disclaimer, this is complete speculation. But as somebody who has worked on the design process of educational games, which, to be fair, have a completely different design scope than something like a commercial game, I can tell you that feature bloat is very scary. Sometimes you have a really good idea and you don't realize that it's very painful to implement in practice until you actually start doing it. And one of the pitfalls of doing MMO design in particular is that your shit is live. If you're making a game and it's in closed alpha, and you try something and you're like, wow, this is more work than I thought, you can just kill it. It's much harder to kill something after you've realized it's way more work than you're capable of putting into it after it's already been pushed to a live server and the player base is like, wow, that was really neat. Oh my god, please. Just a round? Alright, I can take that. But you were talking about this door, Julo? The one that's like the Crystal Desert is behind this door? It's like, yeah, technically it is, but that's not how we get to Crystal Desert these days. Stop gossiping and get to work. Stop being lazy and get to work. You guys are all right. Oh yeah, it's projectiles. Here, have an acid bomb. making sure AG is still streaming, because I'm also farming my own drops in the background. Because I could really desperately use a second bag slot, as anybody who has watched any World vs. World stream ever can tell you. I already used the first one on my garden. I haven't picked up a new 20-slot bag for good old Homestyle Ranch yet, but Homestyle Ranch does have an extra bag slot now. And I think the other one is probably going to go into my commander. Because those are the two that I spend the most time on, who have the fewest amount of corresponding bag slots. Alright, time to find out what I'm missing. I show inventory now and again you can see the problem. I try not to. My inventory is a source of great shame for me, but the problem is that I really don't play Guild Wars too much when I'm not streaming. And so my opportunities to practice good inventory management are very limited. What the hell is attacking me? Forest spider? Frick off. Do the knockouts get any faster as you progress to the higher level maps? Not really. They're consistently annoying pretty much all the way through until you get to Ara, and then Ara just doesn't have renown hearts, which is kind of nice. I'm missing a hero point. Where? What did I forget? 1, 2, 3. Four. Missing a hero point. But where? Is the one in Tenebron Lake that I'm just forgetting about? Like up through here? I feel like I've been tricked by this hero point before. That, like, I know where it is because it's in a gotcha spot. Yeah, I'll cheat and look it up. This is Fields of Rune. Yep, there it is. It's the one up here. I was right here, too. I could have just done it while I was up here if I remembered that it was here. I already knew the answer, not cheating. It's partial credit. I'll give myself partial credit for it. Key? Key! +1 key. 27 key. Alright, let's go take Divinity's Reach down. And then we'll go do Queensdale. And then we'll probably do all the Maguma Jungle stuff. Like Metrica and whatever the Sylvari place is. And then we'll work our way back through Kryta, and then we can just head... Well, I guess we have to do, like, Holbrecht and all that stuff, too. God, we have a lot of map completion left to do on this thing. After doing the 5 starter zones on 9 characters, you're a little burned out on hearts. I have bad news for you. I think that the starter zones are probably the easier hearts. If you really want to burn yourself out, you should just do Blaze Ridge Steps on 9 characters in a row, and then you won't even want to think about map completion for like a month and a half. Also Frostgorge, like Frostgorge just blows. But for me, I actually think the worst maps are the capital cities. And it's not because they're bad. It's not like they're hard. But they don't give you anything. You just don't get stuff. Yeah, Frostgorge isn't horrible if you get events to line up, but... I don't know. Like, most of the Norn maps feel so Feast or Famine to me, where, like, some of my favorite maps are Norn maps, but some of my least favorite maps are also Norn maps. Lorn is a psychological... It's just big. Yeah, it's huge. But I think I tend to be able to tolerate Lorners, because I actually think it's a really pretty map. It just feels nice to be in. Whereas Frostgorge Sound only has 2 types of terrain. It has snow, and it has... Guess what, idiot, you're inside a dredge mine. And also you're here for like 30 minutes, and I hope you like driving around this incredibly underpowered dredge golem. Because we're literally not going to let you progress Renown Hearts outside of it. So... I have misgivings about Frostgorge, and I also have misgivings about any Renown Heart that makes you drive a Golem Heart. Like, I didn't select Golem on my character sheet. I don't want to play a damn Golem. I want to play my character. And at least some of them are okay. Like the Raven in Blaze Ridge, where you have to like knock over the Grawl statues and stuff, is fine. Like, the Raven is actually kind of strong. The Dredge Golem sucks. It's just bad. It doesn't do anything. It does no damage, it has no heal, it has 1 interrupt, and it has like glacially slow animations. Everything about it is just bad. Number of hearts per map looks like it starts to drop off around the level 50 zones. Yeah, I mean, it's not exactly hearts per map. Like, I don't think hearts per map is necessarily the metric that you want to look at, because some hearts go real fast, and then some hearts are pain. Like, I'd rather do 20 easy hearts than 15 medium to annoying hearts. And the starter zones have a lot of hearts, but all of the starter zone hearts are dead easy. It's like, Farmer Rick needs you to help his crops. Can you kill 4 planesworms? And then you kill 4 planesworms, and he's like, oh my god. I don't know how I would have gotten through this without you. But you're already halfway across the zone by the time he finishes the dialogue. Versus Dredge Haunt, I think, is a rough one. The heart in the south left corner, where you have to like throw mortars at people, that shit takes forever. Later, Gilo. Have a good one. If you're going to bed, feel free to just let the stream idle unless you're actually done with the drops progress. I'll be going for probably another hour or so. And then when I'm done, I'm going to go raid someone else. So it'll carry over if you need to wrap the drops progress up. I know that the timing is a little rough for people in EU. Because I think this ends in like 10 hours and most of it is going to be you guys sleeping. But I'll do what I can. Go get it. Otherwise, I'm gonna forget. Thought I was over there. No, you weren't at the carnival. It's free in cities, so who cares? Need to wake up for work in 5 hours anyway. Holy shit, go to bed. I would be dragging if that was me. I am not good on low sleep. Hey, Logan. Nothing but a coffee can't help. That's true. Oh, somebody's RPing in Divinity's Reach. How exciting. Zinnia Cassirouche takes one look at the tangled lace and digs a needle out of her bag and sets to work. Quote, I'm not going to ask how it got like this, but Emmy, are you okay? Emmy did not respond. Emmy might not be okay. We'll never know. I hope Emmy's okay. Oh no, you missed that one. And then Mateo Casaruch made his way down into the main ballroom as directed, taking up a space beside the Silvari. Good to see the RP scene thriving. Right, let's take care of everything in the middle here. Go visit our friend Logan. Let's go visit our friend Jenna. Let's go visit our friend Balthazar, who, man, they haven't gotten the news yet, but when they find out, they're going to be upset. They don't know that this guy is like big time canceled yet. Also, I killed both of his dogs. Sorry, not sorry. Well, not like me, literally on this character, but like alter ego me. Fuck those dogs up. Keep that shit on a leash. Alright, what am I missing? A lot of PIs. POIs. This one's down at the bottom. No John Wick for Balthy. True. Taken, but it's Balthazar instead of Liam Neeson. He wouldn't even done the phone call. He just would have been like, I'm gonna beat your ass. Go pitch that to A-Night right now. No, I'm gonna wait for the next time Cecil's in stream. because Cecil is my my recipient for all of my horrible unhinged ideas. Like, I haven't even told Cecil my new bonus week idea yet. He's not ready for it. I wish I had props for this one, because I need, like, an enormous bong. In fact, maybe I should just find myself an enormous bong at, like, a flea market that I can buy, so I can haul it out when I do my sketch comedy routines. But the idea is, so you've heard of no downstate week, right? And then I reach over and grab the bong and pretend to take, like, a giant hit of a bong. But also I don't know how a bong works, so, like, I do it wrong intentionally as a joke. And then I put it away, and I'm like, what if there was an only downstate week? Where the only abilities you had were your downstate abilities, but I guess, like, maybe you could still move your character around? I don't know, I'm working on it. I'm not sure if it's got legs or not. It might just be a bad idea rather than, like, a funny bad idea. But yeah, I'll save Balthazar is Liam Neeson in Taken for next time he's around to appreciate that. There's some other fun Guild Wars 2 movie castings that you could do. Like Queen Jenna in Cinderella, but she doesn't even wear shoes in the first place, so, like, there is no movie. The fairy godmother comes to, like, have her try the slipper on, and she's like, no thanks, that's not really my thing, and then the movie just ends. It's like roll credits. That's a goer. That's a good one. Editor's note / parentheses, Queen Jenna doesn't wear shoes. I don't know, that's it's fundamental to the joke. Warrior all downstate week? No, because... Although, well, no, actually that is kind of sick. Because if you're doing only downstate week and you manage to get your retribution to proc, or your last stand to proc, or whatever that's called, then you just become a normal guy. No, that's kind of funny, actually. And then you banner people every 90 seconds, or 120, or however long the banner cooldown is. Yeah, that rocks. That's a good one. Hey, you. Right over here, please. Hard for Logan to lick her toes on with shoes. Nah, man, sandals. Open-toed sandals. Open-toed sandals? Do they make closed-toed sandals? I don't know if they make closed-toed sandals or not. Maybe they do, I don't know. Get over here. I love that these crabs take no damage already. Like, they have permanent defiance. But also they have a 3-second evade frame anytime you enter combat with them. I think that's cool. I think that's neat. Just like an inspired design decision. I need you to get closer, please. Can I get 2 crabs, 1 pot? You need to get closer. Oh, you can. Okay, alright. Owned. Yeah, they're usually woven. But, like, is it still a sandal, though? I just feel like a closed-toed sandal becomes a different type of footwear. Like, if the sandal is open-toed, what is the quality that gives it sandalhood? that it's open on the top. Because then there's like women's shoes that just have a strap on the top, but they have closed toes. Are those sandals? Are Crocs a sandal? It depends on whether sandals can be closed-toed or not, because Crocs are closed-toed. So if a sandal can't be closed-toed, then no, a Croc cannot be a sandal. But if a sandal can be closed-toed, then yeah, I think Crocs could be a sandal. I think there's an argument there. You've never heard closed or open-toed as a qualifier for sandals? Okay, fucking Professor Shoe. Why don't you tell me what qualities a sandal does have, then? Christian Dior S. Does he make shoes? I don't know. I know he's a fashion guy. I was gonna say Louis Vuitton, but I think he only makes bags. At least that's the only time I ever see him. If Louis Vuitton makes shoes, I do not see people wearing Louis Vuitton shoes that often. So they must not be good. Dr. Professor Shoe, sorry. Also, we're right on time, by the way. We're an hour and 50 minutes into stream. It's time for us to pick up the next controversial, what is going to get Chef canceled this time take, and it is going to be, apparently, talking about women's shoes fashion. Because that seems like where this is headed. Don't worry, I've actually studied this one for years. I think women's shoes should have pockets. The crowd explodes. People are standing up, clapping, wiping tears from their eyes. There's a deafening roar of approval. You can no longer see the streamer on stage. He's buried under roses. There's just roses being thrown. Two weeks later, he's on the cover of Time. It's like this shoe fashion innovator has changed the fashion world on its head, and it's me doing the Steve Jobs pose. But instead of a turtleneck, I'm in like a plain white deep V. I'm not done with this stream on art yet. Hold on. I got a little lost in the art. Oh, there's also a Vista over here. Hang on. No, women's fashion is an exam that I've studied for, man. Like a heel compartment? To keep, like, snacks in? Hell yeah. Because, like, the heel is just wasted space otherwise. You should be heel maxing. What do you mean, Ray, what do you mean concrete rows? I'm suggesting that your shoes should have pockets. I'm like the greatest women's rights champion that the world has ever known. You're gonna throw a concrete rose at the man who invented pockets on shoes? That's messed up. Then again, well, you know, I'm not gonna say it. Never mind. We're gonna close that one on a high. Sometimes you have to take your wins and then you just have to leave instead of seeing how far you can push your luck in the house. An unsliced loaf of bologna is just a giant hot dog. True? That's true. It makes me uncomfortable, but it's true. You didn't even get the POI in the house. Trying to get something out of a pocket inside a thin sandal sounds hellish. It doesn't have to be a sandal. That's the beauty of it. It can be like, you know, nice boots? Like nice women's boots that kind of like come up past your ankle. The ones that you zip up on the side. You get pockets in those things too. You have way more space in there. And then like you're sitting down, you have to reach down for the zipper anyway. But you're like, oh, there's a second zipper here. What could this be? Open that bad boy up, bam, pocket. So next up, peanut butter. Peanut butter is made of peanuts. Peanuts are a legume. Hummus is made of chickpeas. Chickpeas also a legume. So basically hummus is peanut butter and peanut butter is hummus. Yeah, they're both spreads. I follow this logic completely. I feel like you're moving. I feel like you're moving towards some kind of insane food take where you're like, because an unsliced bologna is a hot dog, and also because peanut butter is hummus, then if you make bologna with hummus, it's like a peanut butter hot dog, and there's going to be like some gotcha in here, but I don't know what the gotcha is yet. I can't wait to find out. I'm so excited to find out what the gotcha is going to be. Get over here. Veteran dire board. I'm just like, I've never understood how people get so worked up about the whole, like, is a hot dog a sandwich argument when nobody has ever touched on the fact that, like, pigs in a blanket exist and that, like, people eat them. Because if you told somebody that, like, you were going to make a hot dog, but also you were going to wrap a croissant around it, they would rightfully, like, kill you in the town square. But people be eating those things. And then, like, sometimes you put everything bagel seasoning on them, and it's like, what the fuck? What the fuck? It's a pastry? Yeah, it's a pastry. But you have a bunch of Americans who, like, fundamentally don't know that a sausage roll exists. Because most people in America can't go anywhere that sells a sausage roll, and then they see a pigs in a blanket and they're like, wow, what an innovative cultural experience, when that shit has probably existed since like 1280. It's literally meat in bread. It's like the most simple peasant food that you could possibly make, and it slaps. What are they called? Kolaches? I don't know. I've always just called them sausage rolls. Or pigs in a blanket. depending on what the meat product is. The sausage roll is like the full thing. You got like a whole, you know, you got a whole 6-inch, like 8-inch, whatever size hot dog in there. You're good to go. A pigs in a blank is like the whole mini hot dog. Am I related to the Roll for Sandwich Guy? No, but Amanda does be watching Roll for Sandwich Guy on TikTok a lot. I could never be him. I think he's like, he's too powerful with the things that he's willing to put inside of his body. But like if you made a reduced list, if your Roll for Sandwich list was like only things that you were comfy with, it wouldn't be nearly as intriguing to watch. So he makes content that I could not possibly produce. My Roll for Sandwich would be like, it's a D4, and the 4 sides are like sausage, turkey, ham, bacon. And I'm like, another ham sandwich with Dijon mustard. Oh, I can't wait for this one. 8 out of 10. See you tomorrow. Ketchup is a liquid made from fruit and has sugar and electrolytes, therefore it can be a sports drink. But like, it doesn't intentionally have electrolytes though. You're not intentionally putting electrolytes in ketchup, so it's not designed to be a sports drink. You have to consider the intentionality of these things. Okay, but coconut water, non-added electrolytes, frequently sold as a sports recovery drink? No, it's sold as coconut water. Because, like, that's what it is. Gatorade is not sold as electrolyte water because it was not, like, organically harvested from a fucking Gatorade fruit in the tropics like coconut water was. It's synthetic. It was made in a lab. Like, a sports drink is a thing that's manufactured. A coconut water is just like, that's nature. Thanks for the follow. Some who call me Tim1. Let me know if you want me to call you Tim1, or if you want me to call you Tim and some other asshole on Twitch wanted to be called Tim before you could get to it. Because I understand. Dude, as long as we're still on the subject of sausage rolls, you know who I found out actually has a really good sausage roll lately? Is Paris Baguette. You guys heard of this? You got this? Have they invented Paris Baguette in your neck of the woods? They make some crazy sausage rolls. You pick them up, the Paris Baguette, get like 3, they're $2 a pop, take them home, pop them in your air fryer for like 2 minutes to get them a little crispy. Oh, baby. I fricks with that. In fact, maybe that's what I'll get. Well, no, we just did a ton of meal prep today. Maybe that's what I'll get for lunch, like, later in the week. Head down to local Paris Baguette, get, like, a handful of sausage rolls. Some are like a sausage roll, where it's a fully enclosed inbred meat and sometimes cheese thing. That's the sausage roll that I'm talking about. That's my, like, in my mind, that's sausage roll. The other is a pastry with various fillings, but they're like flat squares, kind of like the way a small pizza would be. Okay, are they flat squares? I don't know about that. What about like a semicircle? Like a little like half moon empanada shape. Because if you're talking about a half-moon empanada kind of shape with like meat filling, that's a hand pie slash Jamaican meat patty slash empanada sometimes. Those, you got a ton of names for those, but they're also good. Or you could almost be getting into like pierogi territory there, which is not like bad territory to be in either. But just like meat in bread is fundamental. We're also wrapped up in this high-paced, work-a-day, cutthroat, competitive world, asking questions about like, oh, is X a sandwich? Is Y a sandwich? No. The true struggle of our time is finding the sandwich. What was the first meat in between the two bread-like items? That's what we should be focusing our time on. The common ancestor of sandwich. It's also kind of messed up that, like, they just let the Earl of Sandwich name that shit. There are two types of people in this world. The first type of person is like the Earl of Sandwich invented sandwiches, pog, pog, pog. The second person is like, he was the world's first idea thief, in that he took something that has existed in like 24 different cultures for thousands of years, and was like, me, a white dude from Europe, has discovered this for the first time, and now I'm going to name it. Like, he basically colonized meat and bread. Hundreds of years before colonization became a thing. The shape is generally like this. Oh, those are like Danishes. You're talking about a Danish. I'm talking about these things. I mean, looking at it, it looks exactly like an empanada, but in case for some reason you don't know what an empanada looks like, what do you mean I can't link an image? It's my chat. Oh, copy image link. Reach character limit of 500. All right, fine. You don't get to know what a Jamaican meat pie looks like. Twitch said, fuck you, go to hell. Yeah, a savory Danish is good. I'm mostly familiar with like fruit Danishes, but I can appreciate the existence of a meat Danish. I'm so fucking hungry now. So all we've been doing is talking about food for like 40 minutes, and Amanda already did all of our meal prep for the whole weekend. Fuck, man. This conversation is brutal. It's okay, I'm strong. I'm built different. Went to a hockey game yesterday and must have had like 3,000 calories there. I saw that picture. That looked crazy. They're just like, they're giving you all of it. Was that an American hockey game or was that a Canadian hockey game? Just out of curiosity. Because based on the portion size of what you posted, I immediately thought this looks super American. But then you and Deds were talking about like poutine, and it was poutine, so now I'm like, I'm not so sure. Maybe it was just like an American adjacent Canadian hockey game. It was 2 US teams. Was it in the US though? I mean, I'm going to assume yes, because I don't know why 2 US teams would be playing an exhibition game in Canada. In California, yeah. I hate to say it, because I am un-American, but you can tell when shit is American based on the size of the portion that was sold to you. If it looks like it's enough food to feed a family of 4 for like 3 days, odds are that you have purchased that somewhere in the United States. If it's a drink cup that you could fit like a small child inside of it, you are probably in the United States. Which is fine. Like, it's not bad, but it is so bad lately that, like, if I go to get takeout somewhere, if I go to like a Shake Shack or something like that, I'm not even getting the combo meal anymore because I don't want a 40-ounce fountain drink for 40 extra cents. I just don't want the fountain drink. It's just so many empty calories. They gotta start having a combo meal that just doesn't have the drink on. Even though I know that's like their loss leader, and that's the point that it's supposed to be, is you're like, oh, I could really go for a drink, I guess I'll just get a burger with it. I'm the opposite. I'm like, I really want a burger, and I'll begrudgingly accept the fact that you're trying to give me a drink with it, but I'm not happy about it. Get entree inside almost exclusively? That's where I'm at, man. I'm actually very fortunate that the local fried chicken place that I've started going to, they have a combo meal that comes with a fountain drink, but they let you substitute the fountain drink with a can of soda from their cooler. So I can do the combo, and then I just put the can in the fridge, and I have it in like a day or two. And that works. That I'm down with. But entree side is the way. Also, sometimes not even side. Like, I don't know if this is just me getting extremely old. Sometimes I'm entree only. Sometimes I'm that guy who goes to Shake Shack and says, give me one burger. And that's it. And then I just, like, eat the burger. What are you trying to charge up there? Nothing? Alright, get on it. Yeah, entree only's the way, man. Entree only is cheaper, it's less calories, it's usually faster. It's all upside. Can't avoid a potato-based side, it's required. But, like, what about an onion? Do you count an onion ring as being like an honorary potato? Dislike onions? That's rough. Because an onion ring is a goated side. We should get in here and get this Vista. Lost Moa chick? I love seeing that. Let's go grab the Vista in here, and then on the way back out, we should grab a bunch of food bags. That should be enough to finish that renowned heart up. I'm gonna need you to move. Oh, good dodge, good dodge. Not good enough, though. Grilled onions over fried food. They like the same thing, though? Like, if you go to a local burger place and you order grilled onions instead of fried onions, they're throwing both of those on the grill. They may just call them fried onions. But it's not like you're putting, like, the onion in a deep fryer and then you're putting it on the burger. You're just sticking it on the griddle for like 45 seconds. And letting it get caramelized a bit. Yeah, that's what fried onions are, is battered. No, that's onion rings. A battered onion is an onion ring. Or it's a bloomin' onion and you are at Outback Steakhouse. Or Applebee's. I think Applebee's also does bloomin', I don't remember. Now they've got a little stuff on them, not full rings. I can't say that I've ever had. Are you talking about like haystack onion rings? Oh, onion straws. Yeah, okay. I see what you're saying. Onion straws make sense to me. Haystack onion rings make sense to me because like technically they're not rings. It's just like the strand of onion battered. But if you're going to a burger place or like a hoagie place or something like that, like if I was gonna go get a Philly cheesesteak and I said I wanted fried onions on it, I'm getting onions that have been caramelized on their griddle. That is fried onion in that context. I'm not getting breaded onion. And I don't mean like it's what I'm getting. It's not like I am the customer and this is what I'm ordering. It's that is what I will receive. Yeah, it might be a regional thing. But if you're on the East Coast, a fried onion is going to be basically the same thing as a grilled onion. Unless you're at like a bougie bespoke burger place. And then you're going to get haystack onion rings on your burger. These romance take so long. Just give me the corn again. There we go. Wow, we gave a lot of progress. Alright, done with that. Alright, which of these needs to get upgraded? 33, 41, 26. That will be a shoulder that gets upgraded. To you. And then that should be this entire section of Queensdale taken care of. Do I still have access to the Scout? No. You have done too much. I do need to talk to one more Scout to get my Adventure Guide progress out of the way. It's just free XP for nothing, so we might as well. Grab that POI. We also need to go hit up the water tower, the water pumping station, the water plant, whatever this thing is called. Yeah, this thing, the pumping station. POI and a vista up here. And then we can head deeper into the zone. Oh, there's a Scout over here. Yeah, let's go talk to him. Hi, can you show me around? I don't know anything about this map. Uh-huh. Alright, thank you. Using the bank, applying dye, selecting crafting disciplines. We can do all of this in Claypool. Let's go use our bank. So here's all the legendaries we need to make. I have them pseudo-organized. We have a pair of Energizers. We have a Flameseeker Prophecies. We have a Spark. We have a Dreamer. We have a Storm. We have a Karcharios. We have a Frostfang. We have a, it says Glyphic Maul, but it's actually a Juggernaut precursor. And I think that's it. So I have 9 precursors to make. What are you doing? Oh, you're just, you're Forge Bait. Yeah, we have 9 precursors to make, and we have 45 Mystic Clovers, and I'm still working on Legendary Sigils. So there's a lot that needs to get done this game. I'd like to be a Leatherworker. Hey, my crafting discipline is done. I'd like to learn to shoot young. Like, we're going to have... It really doesn't matter how fast we MapComp. We're going to have more Gifts of Exploration than Clovers. Clovers are going to be the limiting reagent for a while. One Gift of Explo away from your next legendary, that's big. I've definitely gotten to a point where I think like a third of my weapons are legendary, and the quality of life is starting to set in. It's still a little annoying to switch them around, and I might start making some Ascended weapons as backups. Because, like, if I'm playing Necro and I want to switch between Staff versus Axe Focus, it's a huge pain to reset your attributes. So I may stick with a couple Ascended for professions like that, but For open world and just general convenience, it's very, very nice. No, he said hold! No! Take me back. Fire. No! I don't deserve it. I don't deserve it. I'm bad. I'm ass. I have to go train with a shield now to redeem myself. That wasn't me. That also wasn't me. That is me! I don't deserve it. Dude, I'm so bad at weapon training today. I guess I'll try using a sword. As soon as shield stance goes away, you're done. Dude, sword training is actually so easy. Sword training is stupid easy. Holy cow. We should be doing that for now. Doing research into weapons for meta builds across game modes. 10 legendary weapons take care of most of the stat swapping. That sounds about right. Like, there's only a handful of professions that use mace at all, and for a lot of them, there's viable other weapon choices that exist. Like, you use mace on support druid, and you use mace on firebrand, but you can get away with using axe on firebrand, and you can get away with using double staff on druid. Like, you have workarounds. Which is part of why I just haven't made the mace. Whereas axe was like one of the first things that I made. Because necro. Staff is obviously insanely high value. Hammer is insanely high value. Greatsword is insanely high value. Focus, surprisingly high value. Torch, virtually no value. Spear, staff, sword, dagger, pistol, axe. Pistol? Who's using pistol? I can't think of a single Zerg build that uses pistol. Except maybe like hybrid firebrand, like ritualist firebrand might use pistol. But that's recent. Oh, it's a PvE, PvP world versus world mix. Gotcha, okay. Yeah, I was thinking in world versus world brain only. Necros by staff, axe, focus were your first priorities? Yup. I think my first 3 legendaries were, Greatsword, focus. Axe, I think? I think I did Greatsword, focus, axe. But I have always been a staff disrespector on Necro, so I didn't make that one until much, much later. You have staff trying to decide between sword or spear for your next one. Spear, obviously, because every profession can use it. And on some professions, it's even good. If you're going to play base warrior or spellbreaker, you want spear. If you're going to play firebrand, you want spear. Spoilers for the how to play firebrand video coming up tomorrow. But staff is dead, spear is good. Sword's also on literally everyone. It's on literally most people. It's not on, like, any guard build. And it's not really on any... Oh, you mean, like, as far as can use it? Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, anyone can use Sword. But Sword is only actually, like, good on a handful of professionals for World versus World. Yeah, I got what you're saying. Sword rev? No, you're Greatsword Hammer rev now. Getting Greatsword out of Weapon Master training is heavy, my personal opinion, energy, but Greatsword is way better than Sword on rev. Any rev. Sword is good on Mesmer, Sword is good on Necro. And that may be it. Like, main hand sword Mesmer, and then main hand sword Necro. Offhand sword Scourge is also pretty good, because sword 4 stacks a lot of vulnerability. But I think that's it. NG and Willbender? Maybe for Rome. I don't know about Sword NG for Zerg. Oh, you're still talking about PvE. I'll stop being so World versus World. I was actually planning on using Sword on NG once I hit 80. Because I don't know much about it. But I may fiddle around with Spear as well. Damn, look at all these ghosts. What torments you? Hey, what torments you? Oh, same guy. Who'd have thought? World versus World is good to plan for, but you swap gear less than PvE. What are you doing in PvE? Are you doing open world, or are you doing fractals, raids? Because I think it'll depend a lot. For me in open world, I'm just like, pick one weapon that I like, and then literally use it forever. Unless I'm explicitly trying some different things out. Instance PvE? Okay, yeah, that I can see. When I was still doing raids with KNT's raid static, I was usually playing either Quickness Firebrand or I was playing Condi Quick Carb. And yeah, I'd be swapping weapons and traits like between fights. So I get that for sure. But also there you have more time to like set your build up. So the manual stat swapping that you have to do on legendaries isn't as big a deal as for World versus World, where you're like, I'm gonna switch weapons between this fight because I don't feel like this is working, and then there's some random fucking planesworm that puts you into combat. And then you're stuck with like a no prefix, no sigil weapon. And you're like, yeah, I guess I'll send it. It is annoying, you're not wrong. But I think there's like less consequence to not doing it fast enough. Because like, you use ready checks in PvE. Oh, fuck. Get away. You tortured spirit. What haunts you? Hey, I was just wondering. I was in the neighborhood. I was wondering if you could show me what torments you. Oh, interesting. Not to be rude, but could you show me what torments you? Interesting. He looks like too tormented to talk right now, so I'm just gonna skip him. He's going through some stuff. He doesn't want to talk about it. No, it's fine. I'll just stay in combat forever. It's cool. I don't mind. There's a hero point underwater that you always forget about. Guarded by a marsh drake. A strong marsh drake. I don't know what my tool build skills do, but I'll just press them. I mean, I know that this is stealth and super speed. That was not even super speed. So I don't need that. Yeah, we're fine. Off we go. We are 24 levels away from legendary. These do not give renown heart progress, but I'm just going to move them out of the way carefully. At least there's nobody else around doing this today. Probably one more. Yeah, this heart is brutal with other people around. The respawn rate is much lower than it should be. But on the other hand, if you just wait for Shadow Behemoth to be up, you fly. So. Alright, that's done. Let's go take care of the other painful renown heart in this set. Well, no, let's go get the waypoint first. We'll do this, and then we'll do Brewery, and then that's both of the annoying renown hearts in Queensdale done. And then that's also when I should probably be done. We're getting close to 3 hours, and I've still got some work I need to do tonight. I need to get a knowledge discovery and graphs assignment done for my advisor, or he is going to lose it. I'm like 3 weeks behind on it. And I think it goes live in the course in like a month and a half. So I want to get that taken care of so that he can start reviewing it. Turns out it's just really hard to make a lesson plan when the instructions that you're given are, here's the way I did it 3 years ago. So I take some blame, but it's also a little out of my depth of things that I'm necessarily good at. You want to talk? No, he wants to fight. Do you want to talk? Okay. How about you guys? Can I interest you in doing this thing that Krug wants you to do? You don't give a fuck. Do you want to do this thing for Krug? Dude, they hate Krug, man. I'm going to kill every single one of his enemies. Alright, he's chill. You're chill. You're also chill. Love that. Love that. Okay. Good rolls. They're calling Week 3 Chef one of the greatest diplomats of our time. And then we'll come over here and help him. Yeah. Don't do it. I'm just gonna walk away. Alright, let's go over to Monastery and get that taken care of. Waypoint down here as well, as long as you're in the area. Ooh, an event to speed my way through this. I don't mind if I do. What do you want me to do? Return stolen kegs of ale? Who stole them? Centaurs. Alright, well that answers that. Can't help but notice that none of these centaurs have been carrying ale. Oh, here it is. It's on the ground. You want one of these? Oh my god, it gives renown our progress. I've never been happier to do the monastery in my life. Do more, dude. There's so much of this. There's so much just laying on the ground. Do I have time to do one more? 5 seconds? Oh! No, you're not gonna make it. No, you made it! Dude, that's huge. That's like, we need to do 1 round of killing grubs inside. And we're golden. World record monastery heart speaker. Insane. Vista up here, POI up here, and I think there's only one more Renown Heart left. It's the one where you have to free villagers from the evil clutches of the Centaur? Or something like that? And we'll just have to figure out what we missed in the zone, because I'm sure we missed stuff. We always miss stuff. You guys could just group up a little bit. That'll do. What? Excuse me? What was that? I feel like my instance just got force closed. Huh, that was weird. But alright. Sure. We didn't lose any Renown Heart progress as far as I can tell, so I'm not gonna cry about it. All good acid bomb. I don't think I love Grenade Kit. I think it's time to swap Grenade Kit out for something else. I think I'm past it. Rocket Boots are always kind of fun. Although I did think they did damage when you landed. No, it does damage where you take off. $95. What did you forget? You missed a waypoint and 2 POIs. You missed a waypoint. Where would you have missed a waypoint? Oh, there. And then 2 POIs is a little scary. Let's see if they pop up. One of them does. Can I get the other one to pop up though? Actually, I think I know where the other one is. Isn't there a POI over here at like the hidden door? the story chapter door. Which is like over here. Yes. You guys got a POI in here? Open up. No. They do not have a POI. See? Alright, then where else would you have forgotten a POI? Not here. Not here. Not there. Oh, this stupid one. The one at the guild puzzle. Yeah. Just a little more. There we go. Alright, Queensdale done. No key. That's okay. We did 3 maps today. Made like 2.5, I guess, technically, because we were almost done with Blaze Ridge when we started. But that's still pretty good. And we got 1 key out of it. I'll live. But that is where I am going to be done. I am going to go get some dinner because I am hungry from the 1.5-hour conversation that we had about food. Here's the deal. If this is your first time around one of these streams and you're just here for drops, I am an ArenaNet partner and World vs. World content creator. If that is a game mode that you are interested in or have questions about, I would love to be a resource for you as you begin to explore it. And you can find a number of guide videos, explainers, patch previews, patch reviews, etc. on my YouTube channel. There's also a VODs channel if you want to catch up on stuff that we have done on the stream in the past, including other games that we play, like Factorio, Dave the Diver, Dredge. What else is on there? Dismantle's on there. Project Zomboid. There's a bunch of other stuff that we play here and there. And then if you want to know when the stream is going live in the future, you should check out the Discord. I'm going to go find somebody for you guys to raid. It looks like Kiyoshi is doing pretty well. Let's go pop over to fellow ArenaNet partner Kiyoshi for the rest of your guys' drops farming. And I'll see you guys around on either Monday or Tuesday for our next stream. It's Kiyoshi /raid. It's Kiyoshi _ raid. So I'm going to send you guys over there. Good luck with the rest of your drops. Enjoy your bag slot or your second bag slot, depending on how proactive you were about doing drops farming. And I'll catch you around either Monday or Tuesday. Till then, take care and enjoy what's left of your weekend. Have a good one.